Hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. Who's ready to plan for June? Have you already grabbed your updated template from the description? It's set up for June, so it has a little June calendar on it, and it has the itinerary broken down for June. So make sure you grab that and get yourself either a hard copy or it's a PDF so you can use it digitally with your GoodNotes or Notables? No, that's not right. There's another one. I don't know it. I can't remember the name. Sorry, guys. Cat, hello. Rita, frozen pizza is in the oven. Nice. Sometimes our frozen pizza can just hit the spot, right? Okay, guys. Who is ready to plan? How's May been treating you? How are things going? Without looking at anything, how has it gone for you? Where do you think you've done well? Where do you think you fell short? What kind of things got in the way for you? For me, it's my own fault. I did it. But for my project ballot, I was going to do a linear outline, and then I decided instead to, well, to do this. And I've been writing the scenes randomly. So my plan was to basically have the full, fully written by the end of May. But since I didn't go in a linear fashion, I'm doing good. I can't complain. It's harder now to judge. I guess I should count, see how many scenes are left in there. And I can see how many I've written, kind of thing, right? Yeah, I kind of threw that in there, which was a fun little change, but I've enjoyed it. So sometimes you just have to embrace the fun. Anything, and overall, I think everything else has been pretty good. There's been a little chaos, but hey, when is it not, right? Speaking of chaos, there will be chaos in June, not of my choosing. The universe just keeps tossing at me, and I'm not okay with this. The first we have Double Down Day. Easy, fine. The second, we look like we have a softball tournament qualifier thing, so probably won't be on. The ninth, we have scheduled hider work, which is going to make it so I can't be on live at all because they'll be messing with that all day. So that won't work. It's going to be interesting. So I'm going to have to be picking and choosing, and I might just have to choose some different days and see where I can fit in. Let's see. Rita, for me, mostly accounting related for hubby and very little words, but at least I'm almost done so I can return to words. Good. Okay, guys, we're going to dive on in. So welcome to our June Plan Your Epic Story with me. And we're going to get this going. So this is the template you guys need. It's all ready and set up for June. I changed the quote for the lower one. Start before you're ready. I think that is such an important reminder that honestly, you'll never be ready enough. So just start. Then you'll discover what it is you need, right? What it is you're lacking, the knowledge you need to have to fill in, right? Then you can pause, get a little more information, and continue, right? Crazy. And there's this one here, which is our goals page and breaking everything down. We have 2 of those to work from. And then we have our itinerary. And we'll just ignore the junk in the back. As I said, I tortured this room yesterday. Normally that hallway is nice and clean, but I had to make room for things, so that's all good. Okay, guys, picture this. The protagonist, you, stands in a place of discontent, longing for something. Close your eyes. What world do you see? What are you doing? Who is beside you? What do you feel? What do you value? What matters to you? Name it all, give shape to this world you hope to create. So there is a small little space there on the first page with stars. So we can take a couple of minutes and just do a quick little journaling, because things will probably shift and change as we learn more about ourselves and what matters. So let's take a quick 2 minutes and let's journal about what it is that we see for our future selves, and go. What did you come up with? It's very weird because usually this time of year I'm more centered about getting outside and enjoying the better weather. But for some reason, this time when I wrote it, I very much internalized and looked more into the inner spaces here and also the ones just directly around me. Now that could be influenced by the changes I made to the space yesterday, and realizing that there are still things that are not quite what I imagined, which is always the case when you move furniture. You even if you do like a layout stuff, you never 100% get what you were wanting, because the reality is there's certain things in the room that are still in the room. They're kind of taking up a space. I still have a little bit of stuff around that I'm not going to keep. So, but it's in the space and it's clouding my mind. So, very in here and very much in creating this space and making it more of what I want it to be and what I need it to be. Okay, guys. Let me get going on here. So this page is very much about the ordinary world. These are all the things that we normally have to tackle, day-to-day stuff, just to basically stay sheltered, fed, clothed, all the basics, right? Keep the kids happy, right? So that's what this page is generally all about. We have this full spread that will break down all the little pieces from big picture to little picture. Characters have to change. Change is uncomfortable, but without it, nothing can be different. And we're all here because we want more for ourselves. We have dreams and we want to start taking steps to make them a reality. Does this ring true for you? I know it does for me. But we still have to do the laundry. The ordinary world is filled with distractions that we can't ignore. And we can't refuse. That's the interesting part. There are many things that we cannot refuse that we have to do. But if we know what is coming at us, we can take back some control and put a little more shape to it so it works for us instead of against us. So major conflicts. This is your breaks in routine. We're heading into the warmer months, though some places it don't feel like it. That's why I'm wearing a sweater instead of wearing the lovely, cool tank dress I was wearing like a week ago. Oh, pardon me. So we have our vacations, our holidays, surgeries, not so fun, conferences, renovations, etc. Basically, we're just looking at seeing is there anything big that is coming along that is going to interrupt your routine. Something that is going to last for more than a day or two, and something that is going to leave you having to reset and get back into routine. Like Rita was saying earlier that she hasn't been writing, so now writing's been a bit harder to get back into because she's broken that the routine of it. So just think about if there's anything that you can think of. If you have a vacation, what the dates are. Do you plan to work during that vacation? Or is it literally supposed to just be for refreshing and renewing and just fully just taking a stop? No work days, all fun, all family, all whatever it is, right? So if you have anything there, just write it down in the left-hand side of major conflicts, and then you can start figuring out some of the things of what you think that'll affect and how you can maybe get ahead of it so that this is not going to be a conflict. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick 2-minute timer because, face it, we're in the months where this stuff happens. And go. Nope, nothing. Good one with the HB90. Good remembering. Let's see, Kat. We have no events pre-planned for June, so I don't know what to plan for other than HB90, which is on what week? I want to say. Oh no, is that possible? I want to say it's on the 16th, but that is also Father's Day. That's going to be fun. So yeah, we have Father's Day coming up June 16th, but then we also have HB90. So I know HB90 is more about the kickoff call on that first day. So maybe she'll end up doing it a day early. That's a good question. Very good question. I'm going to put that down there and add that in there because that may be something to consider. Okay. If anyone knows the date, let us know because I'm pretty sure it's somewhere around like that. I know she does it a little bit earlier these days, so unless she's got a conflict of her own, I don't know. Okay, so The next one we have is important dates. So you've got your events, birthdays, appointments, and commitments. And note travel time, action steps, prep, confirmation, and paperwork. We have Double Down Day on the 1st, Father's Day on the 16th, HB90 potentially as well. And why do I feel like there's one more something? Or is that just this month? Take a quick scander here. Hmm. I think we're okay. I know that we have Canada Day coming up, but that's July 1st for us, and you guys will have July 4th. So hopefully not too much in the holiday category. Okay, guys, let's get our 2 minutes. This is basically using your Google Calendar or your monthly calendar and just filling out and giving yourself a nice point form list here of everything that's coming at you. And begin. Mm. 9th. I said that's from 9 to 4. Hmm. That would be the... I feel like there's one more. Hmm. Hmm. I feel like I'm going to have to hunt down. We have some Special Olympics qualifiers coming up. I know 2 sets the dates, but I thought there was a third, so I'm gonna have to find that. I thought she already gave that to us, so like a while back. So I'm gonna have to go digging for that because I do not remember the day. There actually should also be a last date in there that's like I love June. Okay, guys. What is yours looking like? Mine's looking like chaos. Like I said, I may have to choose a different day to see you guys. It's turning into one of those. But I will do my best for you. So the next one we have is important tasks, which is basically those bigger things like your exercise plan that you want to develop for the month, any house projects that you want to get done, any deep cleaning or decluttering that you want to take care of. My bedroom closet is still on my list. I finally got all the pieces I think that I need to make that work. This one, the office, ended up being delayed because of all things, a surge protector. I wanted a surge protector with a long cord. and apparently, but lots of outlets, and apparently I was seeking a unicorn. I did finally find one, but it was not fun. Any bills or taxes that you need to consider, and any tax preparation. I know taxes are generally April, but there might be something that you want to get to your accountant or something, right? Let's see, Rita. Family visit and Inspire with Mel and HB90 boot camp. Very nice. Pardon me, guys. Okay, let's do our 2-minute timer and figure out what kind of things we want to make happen in June. Thank you. Do. What did you guys come up with? I ended up with a shorter list this time, but I think it's smart to leave it that way because I'll be giving up. There's going to be other things happening, which are going to take me out of the house. I think it's smart to leave it a little more limited. I feel like I want to put more on there, but I don't want to burn myself out. So I think I'm going to be happy with that. And some things can just take place in July, and that's okay. It's okay. What did you guys come up with? Anything specific? Probably should pick a partial date for this one. Maybe do like the 19th. There. There. Just put that little side note on there. I'm gonna guess that this is June 16th for that. So I have it coming. I can see it's coming. Okay, guys. Our next one is at a glance. What days are you unable to or not planning to work this month? Cross them off. This one is that little mini calendar that you have. And you can just go through and quickly just cross out any days that are not going to happen. And that way you can kind of see how much, what days you do have available. House cleaner for family visit. Nice. Okay, guys, so let's get our 2-minute timer up and let's just slash some days off and don't feel bad. Take the time you need and go. crazy busy. What did you guys end up with? I ended up with a reality check that the way things are lining up, I will probably not be doing a lot of Sunday sprints. Like I said, and I still have one more date I need to find. So this is not fun. So I may end up doing Saturdays for the most part and trying to maybe find other days I can slide in and do my best to see what I can do there. Because reality is it's the month of June and I should know better. Diane, hello, how's it going, hun? Jump on in, hun. We're just wrapping up page 1, which is the ordinary life stuff. So as I said, I changed that quote out to start before you're ready, because I think that is the most important thing that we can do, is we can take that idea with us and jump in and start and see what we need, what gaps are missing in our knowledge. That way we know what we need to study so we can fill it in, right? If we do it the other way, we end up maybe taking in, we will be prepared, but we may be overly prepared because we will have delayed ourselves, because often we already have a lot of the skills that we need. We just need a little more tweaking. We need that little version 2.0. 1.0 kind of has a handle on some of it, right? So Rita, the only scheduled days off will be June 11th, 16th, but writing something 15th with Mel, writing evening, I guess, and others for the day. Perfect. Oh, writing event. Duh. Really wish I could move that hard. Well, that's very cool. All right, guys. So your commitment statement is, I will make myself a priority and follow through and give myself the time I need to make progress on the projects that matter to me. This is your new mantra. Okay, guys, carry that forward. We also have July coming, so there's another round of Camp Nano so you can prepare for that if you're interested. Maybe get an outline ready, or think of a project that you might want to have for that. Okay, guys, we're going to head on into our next section, which is entering the special world. And that's we're going to be using our pages 2 and 3. And filling that in with all of our goals and what we want to achieve in June. So step 2 is goals. That first section there, the I must statements. We'll probably only move through a couple of them, but then you can hit the replay and fill out the rest because the structure repeats. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what if you've been doing the weekly planning with me, you generally know what your 6 areas are, your 6 big picture goals are. So you have one big one, which I always recommend be health, because it takes more time than we ever think it does to actually do it right and to really take care of ourselves. So I highly recommend that your big goal be your health, 1 to 2 medium goals, and 2 to 3 small goals. So let's take a quick second and we will just define what each one is going to be. Go. Oh. And here it's just simple. You can use 1 or 2 words, whatever the big picture is. So you can have your writing, your health. If you have a YouTube channel or social media that you need to do, or promotion, whatever word you like, just use those quick big picture umbrellas and go. I changed that slightly. I did take one of my goals and I made it home because there are projects that I want to do in this house that are not getting my attention. And I think for this month, I think I'll replace one of my smaller goals with that. That way, even if I'm doing just a little bit each week, I'm going to make progress. I'm going to prioritize it and I'm going to give it the time it needs so that my home can be more the peaceful place that I'm looking for it to be. What did you guys come up with? I've got health, writing, development, editing. I kind of combined my YouTube and social media because they tend to be very closely related anyway. So I kind of brought them together because they pair very well. Home, and then creative income, which is the one that still has not gotten as much attention as I should give it. And I think that's partly because I haven't decided what it should be. And that is, I think I need to sit down and just do some journaling. And that is a simple step and just see where I want to take that. That would help. So we're going to do our must statements. You'll probably get through 2 or 3 of these. And what you want is, we have our 1 to 6 goal areas for the month. And the statement where it says, I must, whatever it is you want to achieve. Otherwise, what's at stake? What's going to happen? Earlier on, we had Elaine who's trying to hit a really tight deadline for a pre-order. And she is right on that line. She's fearing that it's part of her process, but if she misses that pre-order, then she may never be allowed to set up another pre-order again. So that's her penalty for that. So the example I have is I must make healthy choices. Otherwise, I won't have the energy and focus to accomplish my other goals. And this is so true. If I don't sleep well, if I don't eat well, if I don't move around enough, I lose time to not feeling well. And I don't want that anymore. So that's what this is all about. Okay, guys, so let's take our 2 minutes here and see how many we can figure out in the time that we have. And go. Okay, I got two done. I need to tweak the development one a bit. Just a tiny bit. I don't love my wording that I have. I want it to be a little bit more specific. Just a little tiny bit. What did you guys come up with? My writing goal is to stop self-sabotaging. I don't know about you guys. When I start to feel like I'm getting to that end, I do something. I don't know. I always do. I don't know why. And I'll make a big change in the book, and that way it has a stick to the plan, right? And make it work the way that I needed to do it. Let's see. I got 3 done, and I managed 6 goals for June. Nice, beautiful. Let's see. So our next section is the map. And this is literally just opening up the map and seeing where we are right now so that we can actually gauge where we're starting from. So we know that we can actually create a plan that works for us. So we're going to use that next section over, and we're going to basically figure out what we accomplished in May so that we can actually see which boxes we've checked, if there's any that we want to continue forward on, and then what we want to add, right? So we'll probably be adding the part in the journey, but just to kind of start thinking in terms of that. So what did you accomplish, guys, in May? Let's give ourselves all the gold stars, right? So checking the map, where are you starting from? What have you accomplished so far? What projects have you tried? What have you learned this month about yourself and your process? Let's see. Be honest. Did you take any detours? Go off on any tangents? I know I did. It's fun. I enjoyed my tangent, but it kind of, I maybe would have been able to write more if I'd gone linear, possibly. Or maybe I would have stopped together. I don't know. It was fun, so I'm going to accept it as a good. Stop doing things that work for you. Oh, yeah, we've all done that, right? Don't beat yourself up. Just note these things so you can be aware of them and learn from them. Okay, guys, and let's proceed and go. Um, okay, what did you come up with? I realized I dropped one of the things that I know works really well for me, journaling. I put my sort of changed how I have everything, and I put my journaling notebook sort of out of reach and made it harder to pick up. Not good. Need to fix that. I've been consistent with the 90-91 challenge. I have written every day. I've worked for an hour and a half on Project Ballad. So that is moving along really, really nicely. Sticking to the outline, more or less. I tweak when I come up with a better idea without completely derailing the outline. So that's working. And then, what else? What else? What else? Development editing. Still waiting for the return of my final assignment. She ended up breaking her hand, so she gave us an extra 2 weeks, which I am very thankful for. So I got mine in on the 14th, and she didn't start marking until the 17th, so I know it's going to take a bit before she gets it to us. So I'm trying to think in terms of, there's some, as a member of EFA, there's some free webinars, so I've been looking at those and learning what I can, and debating between two different courses that I want to take next. One is for YA, development editing for YA, which I kind of really, really love. But there's another one there that I'm kind of like more novellas and stuff. And that one would be more of a traditional, where the YA is a self-paced, and I'm trying to choose which one. So I have to choose for that which one I want. And also hopefully when I get my final assignment back, that will inform and make it easier for me to decide which one's better. I probably should do the traditional one, honestly, because it's the first time she's offering it. It's the same teacher, and I love her teaching, so I know I'm going to have a good time, and I know I'm going to learn a lot. And I don't know when she'll offer it again. So do I want to wait 6 months, 8 months? I don't know. All right. All right, guys. Our next part is the journey, and we're going to slide over into that next section right to it. And that's where we're going to figure out the things we want to do this month, or do for June, and the things we're very kind of committed to doing, the things we'd like to add, and they want to basically take us to our destination. So what do we have to have done? Any pre-orders you're going to set up? Any, sorry. I think it stopped being rainy outside, and then all the allergens lift. Okay, guys. So for this one, how are we going to get there? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 4 to 5 weeks? What projects will move you forward? What portion do you think you can accomplish in the following weeks? Be honest with yourself. That's why we did that mini calendar at the beginning, to see how much time we actually have to give to our working schedule, to our protected time schedule. How will you support this goal, and what strategies will you implement? All right, guys, so let's dive on in and let's give some shape and vision to what we want to do, and go. Okay, what did you guys come up with? For the health one, I just got basically lots and lots and lots of ways to get more steps in. Find more ways to just make it naturally happen and get back on where I was. I miss how I felt when I was doing 10K. I mean, I was struggling to get the other things done that I wanted, but I felt good. So I want to get back there. Planning has a couple question marks next to it because I'm just going to be trying to figure this month out as I go along. I know I put down I wanted to complete the rough draft for Project Ballot for May, but I think I'm going to need a little longer. So I have another, what do we got? Another 6 days. Yeah, I'm probably looking at, because I ended up with like 86 scenes when all was said and done. So yeah, I'm going to have to, I think June is going to be partly writing the rough draft, at least I think the first 2 weeks, potentially maybe longer. So, but you know what? It needs what it needs, and that is all there is to it. As long as I don't break the chain and keep that 90-91 challenge going with the 90 minutes, 90 days, one project. Okay, guys. Our next step is stage 5, the wonders. And we're going to use the destination section and figure out which boxes we want to be able to check by the end of June. So we get ourselves a full 30 days to work on this and make it happen. So your destination is your scrapbook of your journey. Imagine that everything is said and done and you're getting to create that beautiful scrapbook page with all the photos of the things that you accomplished. And that's kind of the feel we're going for. So how will this move you closer to your goals and next steps? Because face it, in 30 days, we're not necessarily going to get everything done, but where does that move us to? That's the important question. What steps need to be completed to be able to move forward to the next set of steps? So where do you have to be to do what you are hoping to see done by July 31st and so on? And what will have changed? What will have changed about you? What will have changed about your writing process? About your creative process as a whole? What will have changed into your space, in your life? What do you see? What are those bigger steps we're walking toward? Maybe you'll hit publish on that first book and have a picture holding your new baby book, right? That first one. Beautiful picture, right? Okay, guys, let's proceed. 2 minutes and go. Okay. My goal for the health is to have a full quarterly plan for Q3 that I love, that I'm excited about, that I want to execute, that it keeps me motivated. That's my goal for that one. The big one, I'm going to keep organizing my spaces. I have all sorts of totes and boxes and stuff that I have purchased in advance. It's just a matter of picking a spot and getting moving through. Some of it was waiting to get this area done because some things were kind of in my way. So now I have that more or less where I want it, that I can move on to the next step. So excited for that. Now this is my favorite spot, guys. Your itinerary. And that is that beautiful last page. This one gets me, just makes me happy. It has the 5 weeks broken down, and it just feels like a great way to keep everything balanced and in focus. So for this one is start with a destination in mind. So we're going to start on that week 5. Where do we want to end up? Where do we want to be on June 30th? What do we want done? What do we want to be able to check off and say, yes, we did that? So we're going to work backward from what you want to accomplish by the last day of the month and break down the steps you need to take and how much you can accomplish per week. The example here I have is for outlining a novel. So you can't be editing the outline on week 5 unless you've written the outline. And we have these 4 fabulous weeks to do so. So breaking it down to outlining Act 1, breaking Act 2 down in its 2 parts and doing that in week 2 and 3, and then week 4 having the outlining outlining Act 3. And then finally on week 5, we get to tweak it and make it better and improve it before we dive in and actually start writing. And that breaks it all down, keeps it really manageable, keeps it balanced, keeps it so that you know what you need to do, but you also are able to just not burn yourself out is generally what we're trying to do. Create that balance that we need, all right? So let's do the last month. All right, so let's get our 2-minute timer up and do your best. I have a feeling just as many as you've basically already managed to map out in terms of the other steps. So probably a couple goals and you'll go back and do the rest. And proceed. Where's this here? Consider. Okay, what did you guys come up with? Um, I have a mini little thing I have to do is actually count these guys out and see what I have left and figure out how I'm going to break them down because I would like for sure to see June 30th that the rough draft is done. That first draft is completed. So some of them have already been sort of covered in other scenes because some of them are very much subplots. So it just needs a little tweak to make sure the subplot comes into that section and complicates things for the characters. So I have to do that. So I will know for sure how I'm going to break that down once I get those counted. Which, if I had known, I would already have done. Hi, guys. So enjoy the journey. Complete your plan. Repeat the steps until you have figured out what each goal looks like for the month. Going forward, use this plan to define each week and adjust as needed. And most of all, take time and enjoy the journey. I'm literally going to take this this itinerary and I'm going to put it up on my Kanban board. That way, every time I walk by, at a glance, I know what I'm doing this week. And it's a simple sheet. If I need to read the more detailed side of it, I double-sided pages, I could just take it down. But generally speaking, all I'm going to need is that itinerary, and I can see all of June laid out, ready to go. And all I have to do is execute it. I hope you guys found that useful. I know it's kind of a quiet group this time. Memorial weekend. I know you guys were busy. We had our Victoria Day last week. Well, technically this week, on Monday. And so I understand all the family obligations and all the get-togethers. So I hope if you're watching this on the replay, you find this useful and you're able to create an amazing plan for yourself for the month of June. And please do go back and repeat the steps until you have a full plan. That way you can just go into June feeling good and confident and ready to take on all your goals. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you tomorrow for our writing sprints at 4 p.m. Eastern and our weekly plan with me tomorrow at 7 p.m. So I'll see you then. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you, guys.